Civil servants, are they going to be as free with their opinions as you are?
Well, this is one of the third subject, which is the Labour Party, the Tories are basically doing what they should have done before.
What have they done this time?
They're basically telling civil servants they must be free to question transgender identity. They should be allowed to say, I don't believe in gender, I believe in
yes, because
sex.
there have been a couple of cases recently where civil servants have got into trouble. Yeah. There was a lawsuit, wasn't there, and where civil servants are being attacked if they say that they believe that biology is, you can't change sex effectively, which is a fact. So it's very interesting. I'm just looking at this article, Leo, and so it says the Cabinet Office guidance is going to be published in autumn. It says people are entitled to say that biological sex is immutable.
Yeah.
That's a sentence that is really bizarre. You know, if you'd have gone back 15 years, who would have thought that would have to be written down in official government? You're allowed to say biological facts. That's okay, apparently.
It's like saying you're allowed to say that gravity is real or the Earth is round.
It's worse. The guidance says, this is a quotation, the department acknowledges that some employees believe that a person's biological sex is immutable. How about all employees know the fact? You know, this guidance acknowledges that some employees believe that gravity exists.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous. Why are we even having to legislate on this?
Yeah, absolutely. And the quotes from civil servants who are obviously pushing to not have this guidance come in and, you know, to have their belief or their identity affirmed. They say, my existence is not a belief. How can my safety be just as important as someone's belief in, well, as you're saying, scientific facts?
Yeah.
And so making it a safety issue, like if somebody doesn't believe that you're a woman because you got, like, you know, stubble and whatever, and you look like a bit of a bloke, how does that make you unsafe?
Because they're misusing language all of the time. The activists misuse language. What strikes me as astonishing about this is that, once again, the mainstream view is treated as the fringe view. Even in a document that's there to protect the mainstream view, it's all of a sudden, we're the weird ones for believing in biological sex. Yeah. Why do we have to capitulate to activists in this way? Why don't we just say...
Because, and this is something I don't think you understand.
No, I don't, Lewis. That's why I come to you to explain it. You're a fountain of wisdom.
You know what? I agree with you, but I know what they're thinking, which is their thinking is they have nothing except their identity.
Yes, they do think that.
They do think that.
And when it must be fragile. If it can be...
It is fragile because we live in a fragile world with global warming that we're all going to die, and this is the only thing that I have.
Well, you know, it's interesting you say that because in the Maya Forstater case, when when people were debating about gender identity in court and they had to answer the question, one of the activists said, without identity, all you have is a corpse. What they believe is that it's like a soul to them. If you don't have this magical thing called gender identity, you're basically dead. That's how extreme their position is on this. That's the fringe view, though.
But you call it extreme. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, like, I mean, they want us to accept their identity, but they couldn't accept themselves.
Right, because we're in a point of transition.
Just finally, before we go on to another one, there's also a quotation in this guideline that says, this does not, however, mean it is acceptable indiscriminately and gratuitously to refer to a trans person in terms other than they would wish. Yeah. That's going to raise problems. What if someone wants you to use pronouns that they've just made up, like she and je, or cat, self, and whatever, you know, the things that they make up?
And they have an answer for that, which is something that I didn't understand, which is they're handing out gender recognition certificates. Have you heard of this?
Yes, of course.
Yes.
Oh, so they have to have that in order to enforce that element of the policy.
Yeah, so this is the state actually giving their imprimatur, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it properly,
yes,
on their craziness.
Okay.